Doesn't matter if they're a grandmother or a schoolboy. If they have a nog, they're a threat. Am I right?
I was saying that before the incident.
I can't believe they bomb our city and complain about their rights.
Exactly. Rights like they're a different race or something.
Don't get too close. I think I have tuberculosis.
No, to hell with their rights. We should just get rid of all of them.
We cured that.
No, we can treat it with medicine. When's the last time you heard of any medicine being delivered to these elbows?
This will be easy, trust me. I know where the police are hidden some confiscated neurotoxins.
Access granted.
Keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together.
Another great-looking part of Golem City here. I know I've already said, but it really is a shame we don't get to come back here again in the story. It seems like such a well-realised place. It has a market, shops, and makeshift accommodation. Maybe if the devs were allowed more time, we probably would have come back.
Don't try anything.
Well then, handsome. You must be looking to deal. My name's Entity, and I've got the sweetest tech in GC. How may I serve you?
We'll do the same old ritual as always and sell the loot we've picked up for some extra cash. Ah, she's selling multi-tools. We can afford to pick one up as well. We'll also invest in some hacking software. It's not like it's going to get any easier.
Good looks and an eye for high-end tech. Mother did warn me.
This is the elevator to Ark territory Dushan told us about, which means this guy must be Lubosh.
Is there something I can help you with?
You're Lubosh, right? Dushan Sokol told me Ark might have the answers I'm looking for. He sent me to you.
Dushan? I heard the police had him and his brother Tibor locked up in the Narrows.
Yeah, the cops were working Dushan over pretty good when I found him. Wasn't exactly a fair fight, so I stepped in.
Is he okay?
He'll be fine. Looking forward to sleeping in his own bed tonight.
Not a lot of people in here would be bothered to stop and help out the stranger.
What was happening wasn't right.
You took on the police by yourself, on their own turf?
And then Dushan pointed me to you.
He was right to do so, but I'm sure he would have given you something more. Some wisdom, maybe?
Ooh, how does it go again?
When you've robbed a man of everything, he's no longer in your power. He's free again.
Spoken like a true brother of the revolution. I think I even heard conviction in your voice. I'll unlock the elevator for you. Go on up.
Great. Before we go, let's ask Lubosh here about the guy in charge.
What can you tell me about Talos?
First time I met him, he's cutting a bullet out of me while trying to explain the history of the Gulag. He has his hand stuck in my leg and is encouraging me to study Stalinist labor camps. 3 months later, I pass him in the throat and he says, "Lubosh, how's the leg? Are you studying the Gulag like I suggested?" Remembered me like it was yesterday.
Sounds like he has a good memory.
No, I mattered to him. Me, a nobody, mattered to a great man like Talos Rucker. That's the kind of man he is.
Great, thanks.
So Rucker seems like a good guy. He actually cares about those around him. Although that line about trying to get him to look into the gulags, I wonder if that was simply education or was it radicalization? There's obviously a lot of things Golem City has in common with the Stalinist labor camps.
Chicane, we're in business. I managed to convince one of ARC's regulars of my commitment to the cause.
I hope you put air quotes around commitment.
Just tell Miller the mission's back on track. I'm heading into an area called the Throat now. Should take me straight into ARC territory.
Copy that. I'll do a flyby up ahead, get you the lay of the land.
Victor, we got one. Patrolling the market, just like you said it would be.
I got it, brothers. Now, let's see what we've got here. These little guys can be tricky. Every once in a while, one of them will go off, even if you...
Should have tried cutting the blue wire.
If only life was that simple. You are lost, brother? It looks like you might have taken a wrong turn.
You must be the welcoming committee.
No. I am Marchenko. And Marchenko, he is more of a guardian. Like the hound at the gates of hell. Yes.
I'm not real big on the classics.
That is a pity. What a man reads can tell you more about him than his face. Can I give you a little friendly advice?
Now, I don't know about you, but when a guy calling himself the Hound at the Gates of Hell offers me advice, I'm willing to listen to him. Especially if he has an arm that, well, that looks like that.
Sure.
Go back. Go home. There is nothing for someone like you here.
How do you figure that? You don't know me.
I know this place up ahead. We call it the Throat. And sometimes those get cut, yes? When outsiders come wandering in where they should not.
I'll take my chances. I just want to see where ARC hides out.
We are not hiding from anyone.
Tell that to the cops down below.
Do not listen to police and all their bullshit about ARC. Those Slupotia pricks are everywhere, breaking heads, making their mess, and we have to deal with it. Better watch yourself. They won't go easy on you either, leash or no leash.
I'm not looking to get in the middle of that.
Oh, you think you will be a good little wrench and come through untouched, yes? He has eyes, but he cannot see.
It's not my fight.
It will be. One day soon. But for you, I think understanding will come too late. And then, no amount of fleshy hardware is going to keep you alive. You will end up spare parts in some harvester yard, meat on a butcher block.
But not you. You're gonna go down swinging. Take them all with you.
We won't be the ones who fall, brother.
What you're talking about, that's terrorism.
Easy. I thought we were just two men having a conversation, discussing the issues of the day.
Like your friend Rucker? I see him on the net. He feel the same way you do?
Ah, yes. Talos. He is a good man. Strong, intelligent, principled. You could learn a lot from him.
Well, we've learnt a lot about him, not necessarily from him.
I admit he's got a way about him. He talks and people listen. But is that enough?
He is no politician, if that is what you mean. Rucker gave up an easy life for our cause. He lives the struggle, just like the rest of us.
I respect anyone with principles, but in my experience, that doesn't get you much when the storm comes down.
Well, as much as a political debate stimulates me, you are pushing my patience, and I have work to do. You have had your warning. Get out of here, while you still can.
If that was your recruitment speech, I gotta tell you, it sucked. The way I see it, after the bombing, tide's turning against you. ARC has made itself public enemy number 1.
Yes, it may seem that way. For now. Until then. Sergei! Be careful in there, Shiny. Huh? Nasty rumors of a wrench getting scratches on his finish will scare the tourists away. Yes. We'll be seeing you.
Chicane, patch me through to Miller.
Give him a message. Patch you through. What am I, your fucking secretary now?
Jensen, I thought you were back on track.
I am. But I need you to run a name through iLink. Victor Marchenko. Got a feeling about this guy.
Fine. But remember, you're there for Rucker. If he's behind these attacks, everyone else will fall in line.
Marchenko used the term wrench to describe Adam at the end of that dialogue there. I haven't really gone into this yet, but the use of language, or more specifically derogatory terms, really does a lot to set the scene and help get the player in the right mindset of how it is to live in this world. I can only assume when Marchenko used the term wrench, he was essentially calling Adam an Uncle Tom, a betrayer of his own kind, the Augmented. It's a clever use of language, if that's the case. Wrenches are simple tools used by naturals, and that's exactly what Adam is perceived to be here. The other terms used for Augs are clanks or hanses, but I feel they don't have the same bite as wrench, probably because we're not living in a world with Augs, so these terms could never really register with us, but also because they don't really have a real-world etymological parallel.
And it is time once again to share with you current events relating to the struggle for augmented rights.